Hi there, we are Lisa and Chris. Please join us aboard our main ship 390, Cool Beans, as we cruise America's Great Loop. So we left Port St. Joe, which we highly recommend to anyone going through that area, and we saw the neatest little free city dock in White City, which I thought was so cool. We took the ICW through many winding paths to end up in aglca, where a lot of loopers stage to make the Gulf crossing. We chose to continue to go up to Carrabelle, as a choice everyone needs to make for themselves. Aglca is a cute little coastal town, and we enjoyed going through it. We finally arrived to Carrabelle and settled into our slip at the marina. You can see a sandbar right out from where we're tied up. The tides are around 2 feet, so you have to really pay attention to the day beacons or you will be in trouble. Travel day 16, we went 52 nautical miles from Port St. Joe, Florida to Carrabelle, Florida. So this week's boat information is something that I've had to learn. I've been boating with Chris for, 30, 50 years? Just kidding. But some of this stuff I didn't know. So, just for everybody, this is a fender. It's not a bumper, okay? And this is a line. It's not a rope. We are at the front of the boat, but it's not the front. It's the bow or the forward. And if you come back here, follow me. We're going to the stern or the aft of the boat. So that's the back. What else, Chris? What other boat information? Oh, left and right. So when you're talking in boat terms, you're always thinking of you're driving the boat. So left is port and right is starboard. So you don't say make a left up here. You say to the port, to the starboard. It's always from the driver's perspective. I guess that's about it. So there's your boat information for the week. So making the Gulf crossing, there can be a lot of waiting for good weather. So luckily, our weather window was coming the next day. So we took a walk around Carrabelle and enjoyed the area. We came across an awesome memorial for all branches of the armed forces and also the world's smallest police station, which was actually in a phone booth. We had an amazing seafood dinner and enjoyed the sunset and got ready to make the crossing the next afternoon. Goodbye, Carrabelle. You've been great. Well, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Where did we leave and where are we going?
We left Carrabelle, Florida, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes ago.
Yep.
We're headed to Tarponsprings.
And how long is that going to take us?
24 hours, approximately.
So this is called crossing the Gulf, correct?
Yes, you, instead of making 3 stops, you cut across the Gulf into Tarponsprings.
And who do we have with us?
There will be 4 of us making the crossing. Rizu, Destiny, and Athena.
That is right. All right. Well, so we are stocked up on caffeine downstairs. We have plenty of food, plenty of water. We're going to take turns at the helm. What else do our family and friends need to know?
It's going to be a long night.
It is. But we got this, right?
For sure.
We were so excited. We had a pod of dolphins escort us for about 20 minutes outside the Gulf. It was so cool. It's like they were happy to see us. They did the same thing with our other crossing buddy boats too. I shot this so you could see that the sky and the water almost blended together. It was so strange and beautiful to not be able to see where one ended and the other began. Just look at our calm water. It was definitely worth the wait for this night to cross. We couldn't have asked for better water and very low wind. Chris looked at one of the screens on our GPS to see where we were in the big picture at about 11:15. It looked like we were halfway across already. Good morning.
Good morning.
We are about halfway through our Gulf crossing, correct?
We are halfway across. It's 12:54 a.m.
Yes.
The seas are pretty calm. Occasional roller, but all in all, it's really smooth.
It has been.
The biggest problem is there is absolutely zero moon tonight.
Zero.
So it's extremely dark.
It is. We are lucky enough to have 3 buddy boats. We've got Destiny, Breezu, and Athena. And we're all just traveling together, and it's been really nice and real reassuring for me to have other boats around. How about you?
It's nice to know that if there's a problem, there's help nearby for any of us.
So, if you had to describe the Gulf crossing, the halfway mark of the Gulf crossing, to people who haven't done it yet, how would you describe it?
Watch the weather. Watch the seas.
Good advice.
Great weather. Sea conditions are 0 to 1 foot waves.
Yep.
No chance of rain or anything like that. The only thing I would change, it would be nice if we had a moon tonight.
Agreed. We also had, right before it got dark, we had, I don't know how many dolphins swimming around us. Countless. It was so cool.
They stayed with us probably 20 minutes.
Yeah, they did. So cool. All right, well,
Talk to y'all when the sun comes up.
yeah, we'll check in a little bit. Good morning from the Gulf of Mexico. We have the Gulf Crossing Flotilla. To the left, all the way over, is Athena. The middle is Breezu. And then way up there is Destiny. And we are cool beans. Good morning. Well, good morning.
Good morning.
It's a beautiful sunrise. I'm going to pan over. There you go. We've been on the Gulf Crossing for how long now?
18 hours.
How many more do we have to go?
5 to 6.
Where are we headed to? Have we already talked about that?
Tarponsprings City Marina.
That's right. What would you like to tell everybody about the overnight crossing that you haven't said yet? Because you're on the other side of it now.
I don't know. You hear strange things in the night.
We did.
Had a dolphin come and blow and jump right at the bow, and probably 4 in the morning after we hadn't seen a dolphin for hours.
Yeah.
Had a few loons,
Yes.
but it was pretty uneventful.
It was. It was dark. I'll say that.
Very dark, no moon.
No moon.
Glad to see the sun.
Oh my gosh, we were just watching that clock waiting for the sun to come up. Oh, and it's up. Thank goodness. All right, well, I think overall, I would give you a 10 out of 10. You've done amazing, and I appreciate it.
I just sat behind the wheel.
You did, but you didn't fall asleep, and you didn't get us off course.
We're not there yet.
We've both had a lot of caffeine. We haven't slept, neither one of us, this whole time. Not napped, not anything. But anyway, okay, well, that's about it, I guess. You can tell I'm a little loopy, a little tired. But we're almost there in about 5 or 6 hours, and we'll both be very, very happy. Side note, we're not sure if we're gonna, dock this boat and go to sleep or just try to stay up. Just depends. I kind of want to go to sleep for a little while, but we'll see. All right. Anything else? All right. Bye. Heading into Tarpon Springs, we had a little hitchhiker on our boat. We found a barn swallow on the floor of the cockpit. She probably flew into our sliding glass door and got stunned for a bit. She kept trying to fly off only to land back on the boat. She rode with us almost all the way there in different spots, but then poof, she was gone. Most books warn you about the crab pots outside of Tarpon Springs, and they were right. There were a bunch of them. The good news is that for the most part, they're all in a straight line, so if you can line your boat up, you should miss all of them. We got into the Tarpon Springs Marina around 1 p.m., and after I took a nap, Chris and I went exploring. Tarpon Springs is such a quaint little town with Greek eateries lining the streets, a legacy of the Greek sponge divers who settled here in the early 1900s. Along the water, the historic sponge docks are a reminder of the once booming industry. We were definitely charmed by this town and would love to go back again someday. Travel day 17. We went 146 nautical miles from Carrabelle, Florida to Tarpon Springs, Florida. What is your tip of the week?
This week's tip is going to be to study the weather. Anytime you're heading out on the water, you need to make sure that you're prepared for the conditions. When we crossed the Gulf of Mexico, we probably spent over an hour checking weather. We used 3 or 4 different apps. We used NOAA Weather Radio. We talked to the local experts as far as they've spent their whole life on the water. They know the conditions, and they also use their sources. They talk to people that are actually on the water. But it's important to be prepared and know the conditions that you're going to be facing.
That's a great tip. We had all decided to stay 2 nights in Tarpon Springs, so the next day the crews of Brezu and Athena joined us on the Jolly Trolley for a ride to Clearwater Beach. We found our way to a seafood restaurant, then for a walk on the beach, and then around their marina area. It was spring break time, which we didn't realize, and the beaches were so crowded. Back in Tarpon Springs, all 4 crews went to a fantastic dinner at Rusty Belly's to celebrate and toast our crossing. It was a great end to a great journey together. Good morning.
Good morning.
Where did we just leave and where are we going?
Leaving Tarpon Springs. Spent 2 days in Tarpon Springs after the Gulf crossing. Went over to Clearwater Beach yesterday, had lunch. Beautiful place. Ate at Rusty Belly's last night here in Tarpon Springs. Fantastic.
Yes. Highly recommend.
Highly recommend it.
And where are we going?
We're headed to the Sarasota area. We're not exactly sure where we're going to land tonight. Either Marina, Anchorage, we're not sure, but that's where we're headed.
That's right. Sounds good. Travel Day 18. We went 56 nautical miles from Tarponsprings, Florida to Sarasota Bay, Florida. Good morning.
Good morning.
Where did we just spend the night?
Spent the night on anchor here in Sarasota Bay. Beautiful sunrise.
We did.
Pretty uneventful night.
Yeah. And where are we headed to now?
We're headed to Cabbage Key to have a cheeseburger in paradise.
That's right. That's a famous restaurant, I believe.
Should be there somewhere around 4 o'clock this afternoon.
All right. And how are we getting there besides by boat? Like, what route are we taking is what I'm getting at.
We'll be in Sarasota Bay for a little while, and then we're going to go outside into the Gulf of Mexico to finish up the trip down there.
That's right. And what's so neat about that is it's normally you stay in the intercoastal, but it's fairly calm today. So we're going to go on the outside just like we did yesterday. And we're going to miss a lot of the crazy weekend boat traffic that way.
Keep your comments coming. We're going to do a Q&A and a boat tour sometime soon. We really enjoy reading what you have to say.
That's right. All right. Bye. We went under the Ringling Causeway, which was named after John Ringling, one of the founders of the Ringling Brothers Circus and resident of the Sarasota area. This bridge connects Sarasota to St. Armand's Key and Lido Key. There are some absolutely beautiful homes on the coast of Florida. I love this art on the outside of this house, and this one is being built out of cement blocks for hurricane protection. Our destination, Cabbage Key. We had come to see where Jimmy Buffett got his inspiration for the song Cheeseburger in Paradise, and also see the famous dollar bill bar and leave our mark in the form of a Cool Beans sticker. They have docks outside of the restaurant, so we tried to arrive after the lunch crowd, but didn't really, and ate dinner there and spent the night. Pricey, but glad we went. We even saw manatees that live right there in the marina. Travel Day 19 recap. We went 54 nautical miles from Sarasota Bay Anchorage to Cabbage Key, Florida.
Welcome back aboard Cool Beans. Had a long week this week. Started in Port St. Joe, and after Port St. Joe was Carrabelle. We spent an extra night in Carrabelle waiting on the weather to do our crossing. Left, I don't know, 12:30 or 1 in the afternoon. 24 hours to cross the Gulf. Started off, a few rollers. Wasn't really rough. It was just, a few pretty good sized rollers, but by morning it was super calm, just a great crossing. And went into Tarponsprings, spent a few days there, went over to Clearwater. Really enjoyed Tarponsprings, nice place to be.
I loved it.
Went to Sarasota Bay.
We anchored out there one night. That was really nice.
And we left Sarasota Bay and went to Cabbage Key to finish up the week.
Yeah.
Over 300
nautical miles.
300 nautical miles. We covered lots of water this week, and really enjoyed the weather. We spent most of the time in the Gulf of Mexico itself.
Yeah.
We traveled very little in the intercoastal.
Yeah.
It was just the water was just dead calm, beautiful. What else we got?
That's about it. It's been a long week. We're very proud of ourselves for making it, and now on to the next week, huh?
Absolutely.
All right.
See y'all next week aboard Cool Beans.
Thanks for all your comments. Thanks for watching. Hello to all of our friends and family, and we'll talk to you next week.